I was looking at my YouTube watch history the other day, and it's actually kind of embarrassing. Like, if you scroll back through the years, the one constant, the one thing that never really goes away is Hermitcraft. I've been watching this server since, I don't know, season 5, season 6, and I keep asking myself the same question every time a new season starts. Why am I still here? Why am I a grown adult still getting excited about a bunch of people playing a block game that came out 15 years ago? And I don't think I'm the only one. Actually, I know I'm not. There are millions of us. We watch every episode. We follow the subreddits. We analyze the shop prices. We wait for the world downloads. And the weirdest part is we never seem to get tired of it. At least for me. I think I've finally figured out why. And it's not what people usually think. It's not just the mega bases. It's not just the redstone. It's the fact that Hermitcraft is the only place left on the internet that feels real, which sounds ironic, right? Because it's a game about floating blocks and exploding creepers. But hear me out. The internet right now, it's loud. It's so incredibly loud. Every time I open YouTube, I'm being screamed at. Huge red arrows and thumbnails, over-the-top reactions, scripted drama that feels like a bad soap opera. Everything is optimized to the point where it doesn't feel like a human made it. Hermitcraft is quiet. Even when Grian is starting a war or Scar is falling off a cliff for the 100th time, it still feels quiet. It has this rhythm, a rhythm of building, talking, failing, and just existing. I think as a viewer, that's what we're actually addicted to. We're not addicted to the content. We're addicted to the stability. Think about the hermits themselves for a second. I look at someone like Mumbo. I've watched that man grow up. I saw him go from a kid making redstone tutorials in his room to this professional creator who is so honest about his burnout and his creative struggles. When Mumbo takes a break, we don't get mad. We get it because we feel like we know him. And then there's Scar. Ooh, I don't even know how to describe the impact Scar has on the server. To me, Scar is the soul of Hermitcraft. He's someone who faces so much in his real life, but when he logs onto that server, he just wants to make people happy. He builds these impossible, magical landscapes that look like they've been there for 1,000 years. And he does it with this contagious joy. Watching Scar isn't just watching a Minecraft video. It's a reminder that you can build something beautiful, even when things are difficult. And I think that's why we don't get tired of it. Because the hermits aren't just playing characters, they're being themselves. I look at Grian. People call Grian the instigator, and yeah, he is. But I think he's more than that. I feel like Grian is a catalyst for human interaction. He understands that a server isn't just a collection of bases. It's a collection of relationships. When Grian pokes the bird or starts a button cult, he's not doing it for drama. He's doing it to give everyone else a reason to talk to each other. He creates these situations that allow the other hermits to shine. And that chemistry, you can't fake that. You can't script the way Grian and Mumbo talk. You can't script the chaotic energy of the big dogs or the quiet, respectful rivalry between Doc and, well, pretty much anyone who touches his perimeter. It's genuine. And in a world of fake content, genuine is the most valuable thing you can have. I don't know. I also think about the comfort aspect of it. A lot of people in my comments say they use Hermitcraft as background noise. And for a while, I thought that was kind of a shame. Like these people put hundreds of hours into these videos and you're just doing dishes while listening. But I've realized that's actually the highest compliment you can give a creator. To be someone's comfort noise, to be the voice they want to hear when they're stressed or lonely or just tired of the world. I do it too. Sometimes I don't even watch the screen. I just listen to get way too excited about a specific shade of gray blocks. Or I listen to Etho. Etho is a whole different category. I feel like Etho is the grandfather of the entire Minecraft community. He's been doing this forever, and he's never changed. He doesn't have a flashy intro. He doesn't chase trends. He just plays the game. There's something so incredibly grounding about that in a world where everyone is trying to be the next big thing. Here's a guy who is already a legend, but he's still just trying to figure out how to make a cool door. That's why we stay. Because Hermitcraft feels like a neighborhood. You know where the shops are, you know who lives where. You know that if you go to the shopping district, something funny is probably happening. And the economy, I've thought about this a lot. The Hermitcraft economy shouldn't work. On any other server, it would collapse in a week, but on Hermitcraft, diamonds aren't really money. They're just tokens of friendship. When a hermit buys something from another hermit's shop, they're not just getting blocks. They're saying, hey, I appreciate the work you put into this. Here's a way to support your next project. It's a society built on mutual respect, and maybe that's the real fantasy we're watching. Not the dragons or the magic, but the idea that a community can actually be nice. I remember season 6, the Civil War. That was the first time I realized how special this was. It was a massive server-wide conflict, but nobody was actually angry. It was just friends playing a giant game of tag with TNT. Each season is different, but the feeling is the same. It's like coming home, you walk through the door, and the furniture might be different, and maybe there's a new person in the guest room, but it's still home. And I think that's why the retention is so high, because you're not just waiting for the hook, you're enjoying the journey. I'll spend 20 minutes watching Impulse organize his chests. I'll spend 30 minutes watching Pearl terraform a mountain. I'll spend an hour watching Tango lose his mind over a redstone bug in Decked Out, because I'm invested. I'm invested in their success, I'm invested in their failures. When Tango finally finished Decked Out 2, I felt like I had finished something too. I felt that pride for him. How many other things on the internet make you feel that way? Most content is disposable. You watch it once, you forget about it 5 minutes later. But Hermitcraft sticks. It stays in your brain. You start talking like them. You start building like them. You start seeing the world through their eyes. And I know people say, it's just a game. And yeah, it is. But so is chess. So is football. So is every other thing humans do to find meaning and connection. Hermitcraft is just our version of that. It's a place where creativity is the only currency that matters. I keep wondering how long it can go on. Sometimes I get scared that one day I'll wake up and there won't be a new episode, that they'll finally get tired of it. But then I see a new hermit join. Or I see a new interaction that feels completely fresh. And I realize that as long as they're having fun, we'll be here. Because we're not just watching a Minecraft server, we're watching a legacy. We're watching a group of people who proved that you don't have to be toxic to be popular. You don't have to follow the rules to be successful. You just have to be a hermit, whatever that means to you. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I guess I just wanted to say thank you. To the hermits, obviously, but also to you guys. The community is why this works. The fact that we can have these long, deep conversations about a block game, it's pretty cool, honestly. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever get tired of Hermitcraft. Not as long as there's still blocks to place and pranks to play. I hope I'm still watching season 20 when I'm an old man. That would be a pretty good life, I think. But anyways, I don't know. What about you? What's the one moment that made you realize you were stuck here forever? Was it a specific prank? A specific build? Let me know. Or don't. It's fine. Yeah. So, subscribe.